All right, welcome to our latest Swampcast. We're here after Florida defeated Arkansas 30-10. 3-0 for the Gators, only the third time in the last 7 years, Robbie, they started the SEC 3-0, 4-1 overall. And, you know, after the first quarter, I never felt like Florida was in danger of losing this game.
No, you know, they got off to the shaky start. Arkansas got the 7-0 lead.
Right.
Then the field goal, the blocked field goal, and things weren't looking good. And then Purifoy, the middle of the second quarter, turned the whole game around with the pick six. You know, they were in command after that. The defense settled down. Tyler Murphy again, great pocket presence, 3 touchdown passes. And what do you say about Solomon Patton?
He's the go-to guy now.
He is, there's no doubt.
It's pretty amazing. Man, he can fly. I think he's really increased his speed since he's gotten here, Robbie.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see him take off down the sideline, and you go, well, somebody's got an angle on him, and he just blows by.
And he can run through guys diving at his legs. He runs through that and makes, you know, a 20-yard gain into a 51-yard gain and a 38-yard gain. So
yeah, it was an interesting game, and that Florida was able to take Arkansas's running game away from them by getting a lead. And that first drive in the second half, it was almost like the game was over from that point on.
Yeah, it's like Florida took command, and then, you know, like you said, it seemed like Bielema panicked a little bit, quit running the ball. They were getting to the perimeter a little bit, making plays, but then they kind of gave up on that, and then they went after the quarterback and did some damage on him.
Well, they did some damage.
Some late damage, yeah.
And again, you know, they had 8 second-half penalties. They had 10 negative plays of negative yards, Robbie. I mean, there's plenty to clean up. And there's the kicking contest is wide open. We have a missed extra point and a missed field goal today. So, you know, look, this team is what it is. They're going to defend. They're going to try to grind out a lead, and they're going to try to defend you and not let you score a lot of points. This is 12 straight games holding the opponent in the SEC to under 20 or under points. Yeah. That's a great stat.
It is. In fact, the good thing about offensively, they are evolving because Tyler Murphy, as he plays, is getting more comfortable. And he'll get more of the playbook as he goes. So I think the offense is going to get better with him. And it's a matter of how many risks they're going to take throwing the ball on first down.
Well, it was almost a perfect day for Florida when it looked like Georgia was going to lose to Tennessee. But
too good to be true for Florida, I guess.
Some guys don't understand you got to cross the goal line before you drop the ball.
That was a shame.
But at any rate, it's big boy football now. LSU next week at Missouri, which destroyed Vanderbilt.
That game got a lot tougher tonight.
South Carolina, obviously. Georgia, still. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Their season really is going to be defined by what happens the rest of the way. But I talked about this way back after the Miami game, Robbie. They needed to win these 3 games to set up their season.
You needed to get by and get to 3-0 and then see what happens. They should be in every game from here on out. You know, win the game in the fourth quarter, and, you know, somehow Atlanta's a possibility now.
It is a possibility.
There's no doubt.
Georgia showed that they're not some uber team. You know,
Florida can play with that team. They can play with LSU on the road. I think they can play with anybody they play. So it's just a matter of giving Murphy a game that he can manage and let him execute some plays and don't turn the ball over. That's the key.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. And Chris DeMarco did a good job today.
He did.
Fall down. We appreciate Chris.
No shanks.
No shanks. There was one shank. Todd Chrisley had a shank on a rugby punt, which
he's really struggling, Pat.
And that's what I don't get, though. They haven't rugby punted in 2 years, and all of a sudden they do it, and he shanks it. So why are you doing it in the first place?
He flipped field position for Arkansas.
He did.
Which last year was the other way around.
But as I pointed out in my column, Robbie, you guys have won, Gator fans, I'm talking to you, 10 of your last 11 SEC games. Try to enjoy it, okay? At least tomorrow, try to enjoy it, or today if you're watching this on Sunday. 10 of your last 11 games, you're 15-4 over the last 2 years. I mean, there's a lot of schools that would wish they could get to that point.
And 3-0. You know, South Carolina would love to be 3-0 too. So.
Exactly. All right, that's going to do it for our Swampcast. We'll be back next week, and we will be previewing the Florida at LSU game. Should be a doozy. Until then, Robbie, Andrew, Pat Dooley, other games will sun saying so long from the Sunshine State.